Hello, my name is Snowgray. I'm here to tell you about ball-jointed dolls. This is a recorded version of the BJD 101 presentation I gave at Anime Boston 2016. This video contains the slideshow and audio. A ball-jointed doll, as the name indicates, has a body that includes joints. Ball joints have a ball piece as well as a socket into which the ball fits and rotates. It's the same type of joint that you find inside your own body in your hips and shoulders. Some historical dolls, like Bluette, had ball joints, and they've existed in toys for a long time. This is a CP DOLLFIE on the left and a Lutz DOLLFIE on the right. Notice the ball joints at the hips, knees, wrists, feet, and elbows. Ball joints can be very complex, involving double-sided balls, interior notches, and more. These are both dolls from Fairyland. Many fashion dolls are jointed, but their joints are typically hinged joints, which bend in only one direction. Barbie has hinged knees inside her plastic, and other dolls like Monster High and Eloine Wild have exposed hinged joints. These do give the doll some mobility, but they're different from BJDs. The ball joints of BJDs are held together on the inside with elastic. The tension of the elastic holds the small pieces together while still allowing the doll to be moved and repositioned. This gives BJDs great realism due to the range of motion and posability that can't be achieved by most modern fashion dolls or action figures. The doll family has many cousins, from traditional Japanese dolls to modern fashion dolls, Nendoroids, Figmas, and others. These dolls will not be covered in this presentation. DOLLFIE Dreams, Azones, Obitsus, Smart Dolls, and other vinyl dolls are similar to BJDs in a lot of ways, especially size and potential for customization, but they're made of vinyl over an interior skeleton. I will also not be specifically talking about them. The modern BJD trend was started by the Japanese company Volks in 1999. Volks primarily makes hobby kits like model airplanes and robots. They expanded into kit-type dolls in an attempt to attract a female audience to hobby kits. Other Japanese and Korean companies like Cerberus Project, Blue Fairy, Lutz, Elf Doll, Unoa, and others saw the potential for modern resin dolls and jumped on the bandwagon. BJDs used to be called ABJDs for Asian ball-jointed dolls. In fact, the debate over the addition of Western dolls was once a controversial topic in the hobby. Nowadays, though, dolls are produced by artists originating in many different countries. Our top doll here is a Volks Megu, also called the Four Sisters head mold. Despite being one of the very first dolls created in the hobby, she's still an extremely popular doll to this day. I myself own a version of her. We also have another early doll, DOLLFIE, from Korean sculptor Cerberus Project and distributors Lutz. And finally, the lovely modern Cerise dolls Ilana, crafted by French artist Lilycat. This concept will be more clear as we continue, but throughout the presentation, I'll refer to dolls by their full type. Doll names usually start with the company that makes them, then the size or type of the body, then the specific head mold. These are all separate from the names a doll owner gives to her own specific personal dolls. So the company might be Volks, the size might be SDGR, and the head mold might be Una. My personal Una is named Francoise, but all of them are called Unas. There are also a lot of abbreviations in the doll world. Don't worry, I'll try to explain and you can always look them up. For example, the abbreviation LTF stands for Little Fae, a type of Fairyland doll. Chloe is one of the head molds. So what makes a doll a BJD? Modern BJDs are cast in resin, a type of polyurethane somewhat similar in appearance to porcelain, but more durable. The resin can be broken or chipped, but not as easily as porcelain. It is more durable than plastic and can be sanded to change its shape, and painted and repainted. The artist sculpts the original doll. Then, silicone molds are made to reproduce the sculpture. The molds are filled with liquid resin, which then hardens. Because resin is durable, it can be painted and repainted. Painting your doll does a lot to change its appearance, too. These are both the same basic head mold, DOLLFIE, but with two very different face-ups. On the left is the company default face-up. On the right, the face-up is by artist Micah Everywhere. BJDs have hollow heads. This allows you to remove the head as part of the stringing process. It also allows you to put in different eyeballs and to change the direction that the eyes look. A few heads, like the one shown here, have magnets embedded to allow you to add magnetic animal ears or horns on the outside of the head. Some heads even have an open mouth part and visible, changeable tooth parts. Many BJDs can freestand, that is, stand up without a stand. Some dolls take more work at this than others. Proper stringing and a lot of practice is required to make this work on some dolls. I wouldn't recommend leaving your doll standing up alone for long periods of time, but it's a cool thing that can be possible. These are all my dolls. Volks USD Canada on a Little Fay body on the left. In the middle, Ippelhaus SID Claude. On the right, Volks STGR Bell. BJDs can have joints ranging from basic single joints to double joints and beyond. All BJDs can bend their hips, knees, wrists, and elbows. Simple, single joints bend to about 90 degrees or a little past. However, some dolls have extra pieces that allow them to bend further than 90 degrees and to pose in more realistic ways. Other dolls have magnets to hold on their hands and feet, so you can change those parts quickly and easily. On the left again, we have a DOLLFIE, and on the right, a Fairyland Feeple 60 Luca. These are two versions of a similar body made by the same sculptor team at different times. The one on the left is more simple and has only the 90-degree single joints at the wrists and elbows. The one on the right can bend much further at the elbows and knees because the joints are double jointed. Essentially, the ball inside the joint has two ends. It's like a peanut instead of a ball. Dolls with advanced joints can pose better. Typically, smaller dolls can pose more easily than large dolls because they aren't as heavy, but that's beginning to change. The two dolls on the right here are 26cm Fairyland Little Fays, but the doll on the left is a 70cm fifth motif Vinnie 2. They all have fairly advanced jointing, but at different size scales.